it's Monday. The read-a-thon has officially started. It is the most beautiful day in Houston, Texas. So I'm actually gonna sit out on the porch, oh shoot, there we are, and start Court of Thorns and Roses. Again, the highest ranked book is The Court of Mist and Fury, but I have to read this first. Makes sense. So I'm gonna do that for the read-a-thon, and yeah, today I started the day by doing some work. I just got back from PetSmart. I got Ellie a couple of bags of food just in case, and then I picked up some Easter candy on sale and some soda, because I drink soda, bad habit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get to reading, and here we go. Hi! So I made it through the first chapter of Court of Thorns and Roses, and it was really good. I was having a hard time figuring out if I was hearing a boy's thought or a girl's thought, and then I did read the back. First sentence only though, because I don't want to be giving too much away, but we are at the dog park. Well, nobody's here right now, but it's the most beautiful day. In fact, in Houston, I can wear a hoodie. It's very light though, but she goes play. Mostly got all my work done today, so I'm just gonna sit here and read while Ellie goes to explore and smell smells and just kind of listen to the birds and enjoy the weather. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday. I didn't vlog any yesterday. I ended up having to go to the post office. I had to go get groceries, which is like a whole thing now. But I did get some reading done. I'm on page 169 of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm really liking it. I really like the intrigue of Feyre and Tamlin right now. Very Beauty and the Beast-esque. I didn't know that going in, so that's kind of fun. This morning I need to get a couple projects out at work. I need to send at least like 2 big staff emails, and then I need to send individual emails of things that need to get done this month for school. And I've got a walking phone date with a friend at noon. We're gonna walk our dogs and talk on the phone, social distancing. But I think that's it today. Yesterday I had a long Zoom meeting and some teamwork I was doing for my leadership team. If we're still presenting this summer, I really don't know. But anyway, yes, so I'm not reading as fast as I thought I would, But it's beautiful weather out here. I have been reading. I'm just a slow reader, so that blue sticky note is the halfway mark, so I'm almost there. So I'm probably not going to get all 3 books read this week, but I will definitely finish this week, so that's good. But anyway, that's where I am Wednesday morning, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night. I am currently on chapter 30, or page 261 of Court of Thorns and Roses, so I've gotten to read about 100 pages today. It was kind of busy with work on and off, so I went to the dog park in my complex and there were a couple other people there, so I ended up talking instead of reading. And then one of the guy's dogs bit my dog, which really pissed me off, but anyway, I got to the steamy scene. That's pretty good. And then I got to like the lovey scene, and now we're at the bummer part. So I think that the action's gonna pick up. It's a little bit of angst right now, but I actually cooked dinner tonight, so I made foil packets, which I'll show you. So I'm gonna eat and watch a little of the, what is it, Little Fires Everywhere, whatever. I read that book a long time ago. I didn't connect with the book, but I'm definitely connecting with the show better, so that's cool. The acting's really good. So yeah, I am gonna eat, and then I've got a couple hours of work to do for my travel blog and my teaching resources, and then I will hopefully read another few chapters. I put my sticky note at the 75% mark, so as you can see, not too far away. It says I'm 5 chapters away, so I probably, hopefully will get to that tonight, but also like doing a puzzle at night on my iPad, so I still need to do that. So we'll see where I get, but yeah. Anyway, let's see where my food is. I love making foil packets because it's really easy. I got some sausage from a local sausage place that's really good. It's jalapeno and cheddar this time. I got some shrimp, potatoes, and some fresh corn, so let's see. Yes. Yum. I'm excited. Hey guys, it is Friday, April something, I don't know. I know we got paid, so it's probably what, the 17th maybe? I think it's the 17th. I was just watching the news and all Texas schools just got canceled about 2 hours ago, so I was kind of texting through that and digesting it, and decided to get off of social media because I thought, nah. And so I took a shower and I straightened my hair and just thought, you know what, I am gonna deal with this as it comes, you know? Anyway, last night I finished A Court of Thorn and Roses. I page flagged things that I thought might be foreshadowing, a lot of the like love stuff and scenes, some information to pay attention to like the riddles and things, and then the orange were laughs, because I really did enjoy the humor in here. After watching a bunch of blogs and looking at hashtags and things like that, it looks like that's one of the keystones of Sarah J. Maas's books, is the humor and the wit, which I loved. So again, this was my first go at Sarah J. Maas. I really liked it. There were some parts that got a little gory, but like not too badly. And then of course, you know, it makes sense, but like the last 50 to 75 pages of every fantasy novel goes so fast. So I ended up starting to read last night. I thought, well, I'll just read a chapter or two and get closer to my goal. And then of course you get into the final, her final, challenge or whatever. And you know, everything goes crazy, so I had to finish it. So I ended up finishing it at like 4 in the morning. Couldn't sleep. I made a little Instagram story. Maybe I'll insert that here. That was intense. But I'm finished. And I'm okay with the ending. I did not plan to be up until 4 in the morning reading this book, but once you get into fantasy like this, the last like 50 to 100 pages are just crazy and so fast, and they're wrapping everything up and bringing everything together, and then when you know it's one of like 7 books, like, I don't know, I'm still a little confused of like what the series brings and what's coming next and all of that. But as far as a book to keep me going, I like it. Although I'm not sure I can go straight into book 2. Like, I think I need to read some fluff. But yeah, and I paid for it this morning. Ellie still wanted up at 7:30 in the morning, and I still had work to do online, and so anyway, I feel better after the shower, and I did take a nap after I got some work done. So yeah, I really liked it. I did end up giving it 5 stars because I felt really immersed in her world. I'm excited to read the second one. I felt like I needed a break because it got really intense. Like all of, I don't know, the angst maybe, or just the battles and all of that. I just, you know, got really caught up in it. So I thought, well, I might not start number 2 right away. I might take a break. So these are my options. I've been reading Pet, a library book, and I'm on page 94 out of about 200, and this is amazing writing. This is Akwaeke Emezi, and I've been trying to watch videos of her speaking so I can get her name right, but I'm not sure I'm still doing it correctly. But she's mostly written adult, but this is more YA, and it's about a girl whose mom does a really scary painting and it comes to life, and it's in almost like a dystopian world, but not really, just a world set, you know, 50 years in the future of us, where they have, these angels have killed these, it's not devil, monsters who were like poverty and racism and prejudice and things. But the monster's coming back saying, no, there's, you know, a monster in her best friend's house, but she's at her best friend's house and she's like, how is that possible? But it's really good. The writing is amazing. The plot is so thoughtful. So it's been a really big, it was a good breath of fresh air because I had read some kind of sillier stuff before then, but I'm not sure. So in order to actually complete something on the challenge for a year-a-thon, this is the book I need to read because this is my highest rated Goodreads book on my TBR. But this is 626 pages, so I know I won't finish it in the read-a-thon unless I just read the whole next 2 days. But I have plans tonight, and by plans I mean going to pick up some food and film a video. But I'm just not sure. It is supposed to rain, so it could be a good like stay in and rain. And then my lowest rated book is The One and Only, but even this one itself, it's kind of heavy, is over 400 pages, and so I have a shot at getting this done. But then that would mean that I didn't, you know, when you had to choose for year-a-thon this month, it was read your lowest and your highest, so I would feel silly reading my lowest before my highest. I'm trying to get better at the delayed self-gratification and like do the best. I used to do that with like everything, like eat the worst piece of pizza so that you get to the best. No, now that I'm older, you start with the best, and then if you have space for the rest, you get to that. There's a good quote I heard at the National Council of Teachers of English this year. We don't have enough time to read bad books. Like, we don't have enough reading time in our lifetime to read bad books. So I think that means I'm gonna read this one next, I think. So I'm not sure. Like I said, so in a couple hours my mom is coming over and we're gonna drive to Voodoo Donuts here in Houston, and we are gonna try their Voodoo Dozen, and I'm gonna try to make a YouTube video for my travel YouTube channel, which I can link down below if you're interested. But I don't know, you know, after just hearing that school is canceled for the rest of the year, in-person school, like my job's not done, but my neighbors are home and they're playing that cornhole thing, and I keep hearing boom, boom. And then a guy on top of me just moved in. He is super like hard-footed, so I hear every step he's taking. So I need an escape, and the best escape is probably going to be A Court of Mist and Fury. So maybe I can put my headphones on and listen to some movie soundtracks, which worked for me last night. But yeah, anyway, that's my check-in. So my first book completed technically for a year-a-thon, because I had to read this in order to get to my highest rated, so I'm counting this as 1. And yeah, so I will check back in with you guys later on in the weekend. Hey guys, it is Saturday morning. I did not get a lot read yesterday. I ended up having to do some work in the morning, and then my mom ended up coming over and we went to Voodoo Donuts, and I got the Voodoo dozen. It's $20, and I just tried a couple bites of all of them. I have nothing planned for this weekend, and it's supposed to be kind of hazy and rainy, so I think I'm just gonna relax and enjoy. I have kind of been having a hard time figuring out what to do for a year-a-thon. I know I should be going to Court of Mist and Fury, and then to reading the lowest read, but I'm just having a hard time getting back into that world. So I have a book that I always take when I walk Ellie, and I'm 100 pages into it, and now I'm a little further because that's what I ended up reading yesterday instead. So I'm just going to keep with this. It's very powerful. The writing is absolutely amazing. So I want to go ahead and finish that. It is a standalone as well, I think. So, you know, not a huge investment. And then I've been doing a lot of puzzles on my iPad, so whenever I'm ready to like stop and take a reading break, I do that, or watch booktube videos. But I've got my water now that I've had too much sugar, and I do have some coffee in my unicorn mug. So this morning I'm hoping to finish Pet and then make a decision as to what to read next. I've gotten notifications that there's some Twitter sprints going on right now with the year-a-thon, so I'm probably gonna check in and kind of, you know, read hopefully with them as well. So that's my plan for Saturday morning. Hey guys, I am just rocking on my porch. It's raining on and off here in Houston. It's Saturday. I finished Pet and loved it. I'll record a review in a little bit, maybe tomorrow even, I'm not sure. So I did decide I am now going to read A Court of Mist and Fury. Look at that beast. Some 600 plus pages. And I'm only on chapter 3, and so like page 25. And I think I started watching a lot of new vlogs, reading vlogs during quarantine, so I'm still learning everybody's channel, but I think it's Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte who pointed out this is not YA, this is more adult, and I completely agree. Like, you've got some smutty scenes in chapter 2. I don't know, maybe that's what teenagers do, I don't know, but it seems very adultish, if you will. So I think that's what I'm going to end up reading today and tomorrow. Of course, it will take me a week at least after that, but I think that's what I'm going to finish the readathon on. I am thinking about taking a bath tonight. I'm not much of a bath person, but it feels kind of nice, or I mean, it seems like a nice idea. And I thought, instead of taking this nearing water, because I'm very clumsy, that might be a chance for me to at least read the first couple of chapters of The One and Only to see what I think about it, because you know, if it's the lowest rated on my TBR, maybe it's not even worth it. So anyway, that's my plan for Saturday night. I will try to bring you along, but maybe not. Just depends how things are going. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this rainy day and see what happens. Hey guys, so I did decide I'm going to take a bath and try out The One and Only. I'll candle, some drink, and I'm about to put that bath bomb in, but my camera's dying, but just had to show you. It'd be my Saturday night. Lovely. Quart of Mist and Fury. I found this ASM oil. It's like perfect with the twinkling lights. Hi guys! It is Monday, April 20th, and here I am going to wrap up the April Year-a-thon. So the prompt was to read your highest rated book and your lowest rated book on Goodreads, and I did neither. But I did get some reading done, and it was fun. I tried to participate in the reading sprints, but there was nobody really commenting, and I don't I think maybe they post them in advance, because like even if you did post on the sprints, like nobody really replied. They'd retweet your thing, so I'm gonna take those notifications off. I didn't get any response when I did Insta stories with the hashtag, so I might just check in later months, but probably not participate in this fashion or make blogs or anything on them or put on stories, just because like I don't know, it wasn't really like a group effort, but that's okay, live and learn, right? Anyway, because of a year-a-thon though, I did get some fun reading and found a new series. I finally got introduced to Sarah J. Maas's writing, so I feel like I fit in more maybe with the booktube community or like YA readers, so that's cool. Sorry, my hair is like driving me crazy. I usually put it up in barrettes, but I didn't want to. Anyway, all right, so I've got my reading bullet journal here. I read a total of 758 pages during a year-a-thon. My highest reading day was Saturday with 186 pages, and my lowest was Friday with only 43 pages. So Monday only had 57, and it looks like that's going to be this today as well. Although it was really rainy on Saturday, so there was not like a lot else to do. Let me tell you what I did read though. So my highest rated book was A Quart of Mist and Fury, but I could not read that until I opened up the series with book number 1, Court of Thorns and Roses. So I did read this, I did tab it. I loved this book, I did give it 5 stars. Now again, I'm older, so I understand that like this is technically YA, although I think it borders on adult just with everything going on. But I loved it. Lots of good world building. I liked that it kind of connected to Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorites, although she did not know how to read. She loved to paint, so that was a little twist. I always connected with Belle's love to read. Her love interest in here was cute. The banter back and forth was my favorite. I did that in orange, so all the times that I was laughing. I do love in pink. I thought the love story was pretty cute. I loved the action inside of it. There were a couple of parts that were kind of bordered on gory that I was really nervous about, but I got through it fine. So I think the level of like darkness and goriness was okay for the most part. I tried not to think about it too much, but I did get invested in the story, which I really liked. So this was what, like 400? This was 419 pages. So this took, you know, the majority of my reading count, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I have another series that I'm like connected to, and again, that I now understand all of the booktube references to Sarah J. Maas and her writing. I know that Crescent City came out, last week, so everybody's reading that, so of course I'm years behind, but at least again, I understand, like when people refer to Reese and all of that kind of stuff, so. The next book that I ended up, I finished Pet. I had 100 pages to read. Now I walk Ellie about 4 times a day, especially in quarantine. We walk a lot. I try to walk her every 4 hours, and so I always need a book to take with me, or else I just get bored and don't walk her as long. So this is one of the few library books I did have before they closed. This is a YA book, but the writing in it is so beautiful. It's and I've been looking online of how to say Akwekemezi. Akwekemezi. I was watching her say her name, trying to make sure I got it right on YouTube, and I'm still struggling with it, but she said it so well. Akwekemezi. So anyway, she's written adult writing, and you can really tell the sophistication of her writing. It felt like every word and every sentence had a purpose and was thoughtfully put there. The whole premise is like what we think we know as a monster, like what it looks like, is different, and it really ends up being about your actions and your heart. And so there's a monster in her best friend's house, and so she is trying to navigate how to tell him and how to solve that problem. It's only 200 pages, so it's a short read, but again, this was amazing. It had lots of representation. She was I believe transgender is the term. She was born a male and had surgery and now identifies as a female. She didn't feel comfortable talking all the time, so she learns and communicates with sign language. So there's ways in which the author writes, like italicizes what she signs versus what she says out loud, and like what she says out loud is really powerful. Like she only chooses to speak in so many ways. So I just was really incredible. I loved it. I just connected so much to it, and this is one of the books made from a new publishing company led by Christopher Myers, who is Walter Dean Myers' son, and they made Make Me a World publishing company, and then it's a imprint of Penguin Random House. So really exciting to see what other books. I'm definitely gonna follow this publishing company because it was just, again, so amazing. I loved the way it ended too. It was there was some mercy given and a lot of really important social justice topics and explanations in here. A good roadmap of where even maybe we can take our society, if you will. So then I was trying to decide, I had a couple days left, what I was going to read. So I did end up starting A Court of Mist and Fury. Got 140 pages into it. In this, Feyre starts living her life with Tamlin, but of course because of the trauma that she went through under the mountain at the end of the first book, she is having night terrors as well as Tamlin. Rhys leaves her alone as part of their deal, but then he does return when she needs him, if you will, or she needs help. And so you start seeing their relationship, even if it's a friendship. They talk about their connection or like their bridge or something, and I love it. I've got some friends that I just feel really connected to, so I'm interested if that's going to end up being like a relationship. I could see it happen, but if not, I'm really happy with just the friendship that they're going through. So there are, I think, 3 parts of the book. I just got to part 2, but I'm really liking it, and I think I'm taking a long time reading it because I'm underlining like a super lot. I don't know, like I said, I just feel, I always I always get super connected to the female heroines in series like these, but I just kind of want to relish in it. I love to kind of just sit and ponder a book and what that person's going through and like immerse myself in that. So I'm just taking my time doing that because why not? So I'm going to continue working on this. And then I took a bath, you saw that probably on the footage, and some other pieces, and so I wanted something kind of lighthearted when I wasn't, you know, didn't have my sticky notes with me and wanting to underline. And so this was the lowest rated book on my TBR, the one and the only. This is about a football loving girl who works at a university doing like sports stats. And she idolizes Texas football, not UT football, though she does talk about them in here. It's kind of slow and it's like a heavy book, and so I read it at night and again in the bath just in case anything happened to it. I wouldn't have cared. I did get this at Half Price Books for $2. So I'm not super invested in it, but it's a light read, and we're the same age. As I'm the same age, I guess, as the main character, and I love Texas football. So, I mean, there are some connections there. She is single when most of her friends are married, so connect to that too. So we'll see. It's not something that I'm dying to get through. I only made it to chapter 5 last night during the read-a-thon, so I have plenty to go. I did put the halfway mark. I've started to kind of sticky note my books, but anyway, so that's what happened this week with my reading. Like I said, I had an okay time. I liked the challenges and the simplicity of the Goodreads challenge this year for a year-a-thon. I didn't feel like grabbed in by any of the hosts, if you will, but I do know that it's a really tricky time. Next weekend, I have decided I'm going to do Dewey's Read-a-thon, the 24-hour-a-thon. It will start, for me, it will start at 7 a.m. on Saturday, and I'm going to try to read till 7 a.m. on Sunday. So hopefully I'll be back with a TBR for that, which will probably include these 2 books along with some other things I've been in the middle of reading and wanted to read. And then I think I'm going to put a lot of the picture books that I need to read in that as well. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe staggering a book every hour, but we'll see. So anyway, thanks for watching my video. If you made it this far, let me know. Say hook 'em horns. Oh, come on. You can say hook 'em horns or your favorite football team if you want to in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Brandy. No, I don't need to intro. I'm not, okay. No introing every time I come on. Hey guys, it is Monday and the read-a-thon has